Today I want to talk about tech salaries in Europe for 2026. This video will give you a broad and practical overview. My goal is to help you form a rough idea about pay. Over the past 7 years, I worked in different tech roles. I also held academic positions while I was a PhD student. During that time, I earned a steady salary as a researcher. These different jobs gave me context about how pay behaves. My name is Milad and I live and work in Finland. I changed my role recently from developer to data engineer. Before that, I worked as a machine learning engineer and data scientist. I also did back-end development in previous jobs and projects. Because of this variety, I feel I understand the tech market. What I share here is based on different real job experiences. In Europe, salary patterns are different from the United States. In Europe, you often see a clearer minimum and maximum range. You can often guess pay roughly from job title and level. In the United States, the gap between locations can be huge. For example, someone in a small city might earn $50,000. The same job in a big city can pay $200,000 plus. Bonuses and stock packages can make American pay feel very different. In Europe, the same company size usually does not change pay that much. Okay, let's dive into some concrete numbers and examples now. As a PhD student, I used to earn 2,700 euros per month. After tax, that salary was around 2,400 euros monthly. To give perspective, a 50 square meter two-room apartment costs around 900 euros. Healthy food and groceries for one person cost about 500 euros monthly. Taken together, that salary is okay for a couple to live on. But with that income, you should not expect big savings right away. When you finish studies and start as a trainee, the salary varies. Trainee pay typically ranges between 2,500 and 3,200 euros. At the junior level, you can expect 3,000 to 3,800 euros. This depends on company size, your skills, and the country you live in. Mid-level developers and engineers often earn between 3,800 and 4,800 euros. Because a postdoc role is a job, its pay is similar to mid-level work. A postdoc salary is usually around 4,000 euros, more or less. At senior level, salaries become noticeably better compared to earlier levels. Senior developer pay usually starts around 5,000 euros per month. Very strong senior engineers can reach 6,500 euros monthly. There are many factors that make someone a strong senior engineer. I will discuss those factors in a separate video later on. Lead engineers and principal engineers can expect salaries from 6,500 onward. Going up the ladder leads to technical managers and middle-level managers. CTO and CEO level salaries typically start around 8,000 euros monthly. For those higher roles, the pay can increase as much as the company allows. Think about how much the gap matters after tax and pension. The real take-home difference between junior and senior can be around 1,500 euros. You should ask if that difference is worth many years of sacrifice. There is no single right answer for everyone about that trade-off. These numbers are more or less true across many European countries. In some countries you will find higher pay, and in others, less pay. Finland is not at the very top for tech pay in Europe. Still, the salaries in Finland work well with social benefits and living costs. For example, you can rent a 70 square meter 3-room apartment in Zone B, Helsinki. That kind of apartment currently costs around 1,200 euros monthly to rent. When you compare pay and costs, the balance in Finland feels reasonable. I hope this video gives you a clearer big picture about salaries. If you are planning to move or change jobs, this should help you think. Remember, every company and city will be a little different in practice. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.